However, the single largest explanatory variable was the level of educational attainment of the population. So without a doubt, if you're going to make any one investment, that is the one. And it's particularly challenging for communities like Greater Detroit, Greater Cleveland, Akron, and elsewhere, where we have educational attainment rates of some 25%, BA attainment rates, versus a Seattle, where I think it's 40–45%. And so that's why it's crazy that we're spending money building new bridges while repairing old bridges for a flat population when we are having to raise college tuition costs by double-digit or more in order to balance the budget. So that's yes, that's true. One thing that is especially troubling to me is with these spatial patterns as well. It's almost a horrible form of discrimination because the only people that get left out then are the people that don't have options and don't have the ability to move as well. And of course, rooted in all that is education. So the good news is that it's possible to make real strides quickly on education because an extraordinary number of people start college that don't finish. And if you can just get completion rates up, that can be a big step forward in a lot of this stuff. So that was a long answer to what was a pretty straightforward question. Yes, education reigns. Yeah.
Your comment earlier about the citizenry not really comprehending a lot of this. I co-chair this commission in the state. We're looking at using MPOs trying to expand their role in our recommendations to the legislature in terms of allowing them to get into possibly down the road more land use planning, because they are in fact a true council of governments. The governing boards are made up of locally elected officials, and maybe getting into this tax sharing thing. But the citizenry tends to get stirred up when they are told your local control is going to be taken away. You're not going to be able to be on the front line of your decisions, and it's real tough hurdle to overcome because it gets bad that our individual kingdoms are going to lose their ability to select the officials who make the decisions to select these things. And how do we somehow impress upon people that the sustainability of what we have right now is just not going to work?
I'm glad the question is, how do we impress upon people that the sustainability of the system is just not going to work, especially when all the data seems to suggest that people like government close to them at the neighborhood and community. And I think the root, but again, I welcome what others think, is that we need to break that conversation into two steps. Because you notice I wasn't up here today saying consolidation, we need to have government consolidation, or what we need to do. Rather, my sense is that we have to help people understand and make that connection of what are the costs of this so that it's really real first, and then to have a real conversation, because people might say, you know what, what's something like combining 911 centers, which seems to make a lot of sense, but maybe somebody says, it is worth it to spend another $232 a year to have my own 911 dispatch center. But I suspect that's a conversation worth having, is that, do you want to spend $231 a year so that you have your own dispatch center? So first part of the conversation, let's help people understand that this system has cost, and then the second part is to see what their appetite is for making those trade-offs. I live in Shaker Heights, and the big issue is, it drives me crazy that they come to the back of my driveway to pick up my garbage. I don't value that, but you know what, my neighbors do, and so people understand it costs a lot of money and they want somebody there. So to me, that's democracy working. But if it was all buried and invisible somehow, it's not. So, thanks.
Any other questions? Well, that's cool. Well, thank you, Brad. That was quite a presentation. Gives each and every one of us something to think about and something to act on.